Black belt asked single dad janitor to spar for fun. What happened next left everyone speechless. The gym fell silent the moment the black belt stepped forward, smiling like this was nothing more than a joke, while the janitor tightened his grip on a worn mop, as if it were the last solid thing in his life. No one noticed the way the man's shoulders carried years of quiet pain, or how his eyes had the calm of someone who had already survived worse than humiliation. They only saw a single dad in faded work clothes, being invited to spar for fun by someone who looked unbeatable. What happened next did not begin with fists or kicks, but with a story written into a man's bones, and it would leave everyone in that room changed forever. Before the story goes any further, if you believe in kindness, second chances, and the quiet strength hidden inside ordinary people, take a moment right now to like this video, comment your thoughts, share it with someone who needs hope, and subscribe to the channel. Your support helps stories like this reach hearts that need them most. The janitor's name was Aaron, and every night after the gym closed, he cleaned sweat from the mats and fingerprints, from mirrors that reflected other people's victories. He worked 2 jobs since his wife passed away 3 years earlier, leaving him alone with a 6-year-old daughter and a grief that never truly slept. His mornings were filled with packing lunches and tying shoelaces, his nights with scrubbing floors long after the last punch had landed. The gym was not a place of dreams for him anymore. It was a paycheck, a necessity, a quiet corner of survival. Most of the regulars barely noticed him, except as background noise to their own ambitions. The black belt was different in every visible way. He was celebrated, respected, and followed by students who hung on his every movement. His presence commanded attention, and his confidence filled the room like oxygen. When he noticed Aaron watching from the sidelines one evening, it was not out of cruelty but curiosity mixed with a hint of arrogance. The invitation to spar was framed as harmless fun, something light to entertain the crowd and perhaps teach the janitor a lesson about knowing his place. Laughter rippled softly among a few onlookers, not malicious, just careless. Aaron hesitated, not because of fear, but because of memory. Long before mops and late shifts, his life had revolved around discipline, sweat, and silent training. In another lifetime, before tragedy bent his path, he had trained not for trophies but for control, balance, and peace. He had walked away from that world when his daughter was born, choosing stability over passion, responsibility over pride. The skills never left him, they simply slept, buried under years of sacrifice. As they stepped onto the mat, the air thickened with expectation. People expected clumsiness, embarrassment, a quick end. What they saw instead was stillness. Aaron moved not with aggression, but with awareness, his body remembering what his mind had tried to forget. Each motion was economical, grounded, and calm, like a river that did not rush but always reached its destination. The black belt advanced confidently at first, then more cautiously, sensing something unexpected beneath the janitor's tired posture. The spar did not explode into chaos, it unfolded like a lesson. Aaron absorbed strikes without panic, redirected force instead of meeting it head-on, and controlled space with subtle shifts that most in the room did not understand. Sweat rolled down his face, not from fear but from effort, from the awakening of muscles long underused. With one clean, controlled movement, he unbalanced the black belt and guided him gently but firmly to the mat. No harm was done, no dominance claimed, just a quiet, undeniable truth revealed. Silence swallowed the gym. Phones lowered, smiles vanished. Respect arrived unannounced. The black belt rose slowly, his expression no longer playful, but humbled. In that moment, the room understood that strength was not always loud, and greatness did not always wear medals. Aaron stepped back, picked up his mop, and returned to work as if nothing extraordinary had happened. But nothing was the same. Word spread quickly. Not about a janitor beating a champion, but about a man who carried dignity like armor and restraint like wisdom. Some students began staying late, watching him clean, asking questions without words. The gym owner noticed too, not just the skill, but the character. Opportunities appeared quietly, not as charity, but as recognition. A part-time assistant role, free access to training space, a community that finally saw him. At home, Aaron's daughter noticed the change first. Her father stood taller, smiled more easily, and spoke with a confidence that had been missing since her mother's death. He taught her lessons not about fighting, but about patience, respect, and believing in yourself even when the world forgets to look. Healing did not come all at once, but it came honestly. The black belt learned something too. He learned that titles could blind, that humility was the truest mark of mastery, and that every person had a story worth honoring. The gym transformed, becoming less about ego and more about growth, less about proving and more about becoming. If this story has touched something inside you, if it reminded you of the strength hidden in everyday people or the power of quiet resilience, please take a moment now to like the video, share it, and subscribe to the channel. Your engagement keeps these stories alive and reaching those who need them. Before this story ends, we have one special request for you. Please comment below with the word respect if you believe that true strength comes from character, not titles. Aaron never asked for applause, and he never chased recognition. He only showed up, did his job, and carried his love for his child like a sacred duty. What left everyone speechless was not the spar itself, but the realization that heroes often wear ordinary clothes, walk unnoticed among us, and wait patiently for the world to catch up to who they truly are.